So you'll always know I say the organization has this snitch culture, right? So a quick story about an elder I knew. Um, this was going to be my third time that I was going to be appointed, and so the way they do it now, they don't have to wait to get the answer back from the branch. The CO makes the appointments himself. So it was the Sunday of his visit. Meetings wrapped up. Um, he and another elder pulled me to the back. Like I've said in the previous videos, totally caught me off guard because even my wife that week we're getting ready for the midweek meeting, and she was like, "Do you think that you'll be appointed this time?" And I was like, "No, I feel I still have things to work on." Like that wasn't even on my mind. So that Sunday they pulled me in the back, and I'm thinking I'm like in trouble, and I'm like, this has to be bad if the CO is meeting with me, and they go through the whole spiel. You've been recommended to be appointed, and ask me the two questions they ask and all that. And then the CO was like, I do have one question. And he was like, it came to my attention from another elder, and they were worried about the entertainment that your children might have. And I'm like, how so? And he said it came to his attention that your daughter was playing a violent video game. Do you all play? And he named the game. And like I told him, yeah, we play it, but it's two versions of it. We play the one mostly dealing with aliens, okay? Not doing anything to humans. I was lying my ass off because we played. It's like a first person shooter game, and like, yeah, me and my daughter would beast people in it. And so I told him, no, no, you're playing aliens and all that shit. And so, he's okay. Just want to let you I wanted to ask you that because it was concerning to me because you set the example for the congregation, and that means your family too by extension, and like I know that whole spiel. And so I'm like, okay, but then it hit me like who said something, because we were over at the Kobe of our congregation, he and his family's house for dinner. And I remember they asked our daughter, like, what do you do for fun? And she told them, right now I'm playing this game a lot. And then she went on. But the issue I had with it, like, I'm from the old school, I guess. If you have something against someone, or you just need to ask them something, get better clarification, I'm used to you going to that person, like, come to me face to face and like let's hash it out. But for me to find out, not only at the Kingdom Hall and by another elder, but it was like the damn circuit overseer, and he's asking me this right when he's telling me he wants to appoint me. And yeah, I was mad. He, in fact, he had to ask me was I okay. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, I said, I told him, which it did. I said it caught me off guard. I was totally not expecting to be appointed. And in my head, though, I'm thinking about the Kobe saying something to him, and I'm like, that dirty son of a bitch, And it's like that's the culture that's in that organization, a tattle first culture. Instead of, now they'll use what Jesus was saying when they need it. Jesus said when it's a conflict, you go to that person and you talk to that person. They don't always go by that part. They like to go by what he said as he continued about the two witness shit. And they cling to that, but they don't cling to the first part about going to a person, because most elders will just go behind your back and you get blindsided, like totally. And yeah, I was mad. Like I got totally blindsided by the CO. Everything worked out. Like I explained it to him, and I got appointed the next midweek meeting after that. But it's just like it just made me think because we were talking about appointments, and I just told you what went through my head. so you kind of get a guess of what I'm going to talk about on the Q&A episode. Does Holy Spirit aid in getting appointed? I'll just say no.